For questions, we'll get a wireless microphone to you. We'll start with Jenna and go over here to Tom.
Jennifer, for both of you, what did you learn today about stage racing?
I never really felt the stages, it seemed like the wrecks came prior enough, to me it didn't change. I wasn't racing for points, but I was still racing to, lead the stage if possible or whatever, to stay up front, and I didn't really feel much of a difference at the end of any of the stages, in my opinion.
Yeah, me neither. I think it was most of the wreck stuff was just long winter, coming to a track, everybody trying to win, and there was a lot of aggressive stuff going on that probably didn't need to with the way the spoilers are cut off the back of these cars. There's not they drive actually probably a little freer sometimes than the Cup cars. So the pushing that was going on is just, I think people when watching the Cup cars and get an Xfinity race think you need to side draft as much as you can and push, and it caused some of those big wrecks. So I think that was just a product of a long winter.
Yeah, I also think that everybody raced pretty hard the entire race, so it didn't seem a whole lot different towards the end of a stage because that whole 30 laps had been raced really that similar way.
We're going to go next to Tom and then over to Holly and then upstairs to the press box.
Hi guys, Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. For both of you, following up on Jenna's question, do you expect the Daytona 500 to be as wild as today's race was?
Hopefully not the wrecks early on, but I expect it to be competitive. The 150 is very similar to probably the 150s for a lot of that race. The cars are driving pretty good over there. I've been a little bit freer the more the sun comes out, so that's something that we need to think about and that I think everybody's probably thinking about because tomorrow's going to be a pretty sunny day. But I just feel like since I've been here, every race that I've watched and been in has been pretty aggressive, and people just are trying to lead every lap and be up front the entire race. So I wouldn't think tomorrow will be a whole lot different, even being 500 miles. I think it'll be pretty similar.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty aggressive, and it's just going to be where you're at the right time, and there's probably going to be a lot of damaged cars that finish up there at some point, but hopefully it's not like today. Hopefully we get through a little bit, but I think these stages are going to make you race, and you'll see 2 and 3 wide racing a lot of the day. Really competitive.
Next to Holly.
Holly Kane, NASCAR.com. Kasey and Austin, either of you or both of you. But is it important to you to come out and race in this race so that you feel a little bit more warmed up with the track? It's the beginning of the season, that kind of thing, in preparation for tomorrow's race. Do you get anything out of this that will actually help you tomorrow?
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky to drive for Junior Motorsports. I've been able to run these Saturday shows a good bit over the years, and to me it's been nice. I've never been like just trying to make the right moves at the right times and do things that you see Dale and Denny, some of those guys do, time after time again. I don't feel like I do that enough. So I like running the Xfinity. I like getting those extra laps and just trying to clean things up and understand what's getting ready to happen more in my mirror, and then also work more with my spotter, and we just try to get a better rhythm for the 500. So I personally think it's good for me, and I enjoy getting to drive a fast car each time I've done it.
It is definitely good. You get practice and learn. I think it takes days off your life running these races, but you definitely get some experience.
Okay, we're going to go upstairs to the press box.
Caleb Whistler, Speedway Digest. With the transition from day to night, did you learn any from that going into the 100?
I didn't feel like it changed a whole lot. I think the cars, with some cars being damaged and different things, you could feel, depending on which cars were in which lines. Once we lost Elliott Sadler, I thought we lost a good bit of the speed from that front draft. When we gained Austin, it seemed like with Austin there was more speed up there, and then when he restarted back a little bit, it was a little slower for a minute. So I really feel like kind of the cars that were in that front 6 or probably 4 rows really controlled how everything handled it more than the sun going down myself.
Okay, we'll keep it upstairs. Another question in the press box.
Chris Knight, Trends.com. Austin, you got some damage in one of the earlier wrecks and then had to come down pit road for repairs and was put on the 5-minute clock. What was that like being in the driver's seat
Oh, the guys are really good. They kept up with the clock and fixed the car well, and it was lucky that we didn't have really bad damage. I mean, it looks really bad, but it's mostly cosmetic. So they did a really good job, and they're patient, and the front end still was good. So that was probably the key to getting out of that 5-minute clock and getting back out there and being competitive.
Do we have any additional questions here in the deadline room? Let's go next to Bob.
Did you guys learn stuff on the stages that can apply to tomorrow, or did you just, will not much apply?
Yeah,
The 62. Sorry.
Go ahead.
The 62. Well, actually, my plan too. We came down running ninth and took fuel and right sides, and we were going to stay out the next to get the lead. The 62 actually got the lead, so there was some track position gain there. So he gave up points in the first stage, but it also kind of got us in that wreck. There's going to be different strategies to try and get track position, I think, between each of those stages. But other than that, no.
Yeah, I agree with that. I saw a lot of guys pitting maybe 10 laps or 6 laps before that first stage to try to gain for maybe the next stage, and make it to that point to get points in the second one. So it was interesting, a little bit of strategy. As far as the racing, I didn't feel like it was a whole lot different, but I thought the strategy definitely probably touched different because of the stages.
Any additional questions here in the deadline room? Any additional questions in the press box? Gentlemen, thanks for the show today, and good luck tomorrow and the Great American Race.
Thank you.